And that's the Big Pod Swing Session Podcast, and we back with episode 11. And before we get into this script, I need y'all to like, subscribe, and comment. But fuck all that small talk. Let's get right into it. Now, the NFL just shook the table. Micah Parsons, three-time All-Pro edge rusher, is no longer a Dallas Cowboy. He's a Green Bay Packer. And as a Bears fan, that's lame as hell. Now, the Cowboys shipped Parsons to Green Bay in exchange for 2 first-round picks and Pro Bowl defensive tackle Kenny Clark. And Parsons signed a 4-year, $188 million deal with $120 of that guaranteed. That makes him the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. Now, let's rewind a little bit. Parsons wanted an extension. Dallas told him straight up, play the 5th-year nigga or leave. Parsons chose the door, and the Packers opened that motherfucker wide open. Now, it's been a lot of talk going on around the league about this one, calling it the biggest mistake in NFL history. And Jerry Jones is getting blasted for letting a generational player walk. Meanwhile, a lot of analysts are saying the Packers bet the farm on this one. They went all in, chips down on Parsons. Now, for Dallas, this could set them back a few years. Green Bay, it looked like they caught a Reggie White moment again. So, Pete, the story is simple. The Cowboys lost their cornerstone. The Packers gained a force of nature. And Micah Parsons, he went from asking for respect to cashing the biggest defensive contract the league has ever seen. Now, look, this trade don't just shift rosters. It shifts power. And the NFC ain't going to be the same this season, especially in the North. Week 1, Monday Night Football, Bears versus Vikings. And the spotlight is on the Bears. Let's go over to the quarterback for a second. Coming in the year 2, quarterback Caleb Williams. I don't see no rookie jitters. This is the year of growth and prove that he is the franchise quarterback for us. Now, he got a new head coach, sharper system, and the weapons around him ready to test any defense. Now, on our defense, questions still remain. Jaquan Brisker status, still uncertain. Austin Booker already on IR. And you got rookie Zah Frazier out for the season with personal issues. That secondary is running thin. Now, as I mentioned earlier, veteran safety Jabril Peppers just hit the market. Over 500 tackles, 7 interceptions, and playoff experience. If Brisker's sideline, the Bears will be smart to make that call. Now, let's go on the opposing side. The Vikings bring fire. A loaded offense with Jefferson, Addison, and a run game built to test any front. Now, for the Bears, this is a measuring stick. Can Williams take command in year 2? And can the defense hold up with missing bodies? Bottom line is this. This game will set the tone for Caleb, the defense, for the entire Chicago Bears season. Monday night, we find out who the Bears really are. All right, now we're going to keep it in Chicago with the Bulls. Rick Rose, jersey retirement. The Bulls are raising the legend to the rafters. On January 24th, 2026, Chicago Bulls will retire Derrick Rose's #1 jersey. The kid from Inglewood, the hometown hero, the youngest MVP in NBA history. From Simeon to Memphis, from Rookie of the Year to lifting an entire city on his back in 2011. Rose just wasn't a player, yo. He was Chicago basketball. Now, yes, the injuries came. Yes, the story got complicated. But through it all, Derrick Rose remained the city's son. And when that #1 goes up, it's more than just a jersey. It's a symbol of resilience, of hope, of what Chicago means to the game. January 24th, United Center. The city gonna stand still. And Derrick Rose take his rightful place in Bulls history. Forever #1. All right, let's stay in Chicago, but we move into politics. Chicago's mayor just signed a new order. Mayor Brandon Johnson told the Chicago Police Department that if federal troops or the National Guard come, CPD will not cooperate. Now, the order requires every Chicago officer to only enforce state and local laws. They must wear clear ID and body cams, so no one confuses them with federal agents. And if the troops show up in the city, then CPD cannot join their patrol. Now, Mayor Johnson says this protects constitutional rights. He argues federal forces will blur the line, bring intimidation, and turn Chicago neighborhoods into occupied zones. But here's the controversy. Violence is still ripping through the city. Yes, murders are down compared to last year, but Chicago still leads America's big cities in homicides. That's not solved. It's just less bad. So ask yourself, is this about rights or is it about pride? Is the mayor protecting the people or just refusing help because the order comes from Trump? Now look, at the end of the day, the people don't care whose name is on the policy. They care if they block safe. And right now, ego and politics are colliding with public safety. All right, Young Thug, Gunna, and his street code, man. Now the rap world is in another storm. Young Thug, front and center of it. Now Young Thug is saying he didn't cooperate. He's saying he stood tall. That's his claim. Now the rap world is in another storm. Young Thug, front and center in it. Now, if you under a rock, Young Thug have been accused of snitching. Now, according to him, he didn't cooperate. He's saying he stood tall. That's his claim. But here go the twist right here. Gunna, he took a plea deal. Admitted YSL was a gang and walked out free. The internet labeled him a rat instantly. And who was leading that shame campaign? Young Thug. Dividing everybody, telling people not to fuck with people. And now Thug facing the same whispers that his own moves in that interrogation room might have been even worse. Sauce Walker add fuel to this. And that snakes and rats live in the same class. And in this audio of Young Thug talking about QC's P. Now P jumped in and said he never ran no names, never cooperated. It seemed like everybody's scrambling to keep their image clean. Because in the culture, rat label is like kiss of death. A lot of hypocrites out here too. The same streets that crucified Gunna are now bending over backwards to protect Young Thug. As if loyalty means something different depending on who's in the hot seat. So y'all want the truth, y'all? Snitching is baked into the street cycle. Most of them fold when decades are on the line. Some do it quietly, some spend it publicly. Either way, the code is broken every damn day. So a message to the kids, don't idolize this chaos. They all fighting the same losing battle. Snakes, rats, whatever you call it. The system's still winning at the end of the day. The paperwork still speaks louder than them tweets. And the streets never pay out. So here go the real code. Stay out the streets. Build something that lasts. Because the only thing the no snitch rule ever proved is that it crumbles the minute the pressure hits. Alright man, let's close this thing out, yo. We gonna kick it off with Law 10 from our 48 Laws of Motion. Pressure reveals purpose. Now, diamonds and dust both come from the same way. What separates them is discipline. Life will press you, test you, break you down. Some collapse, some transform. Pressure is the mirror showing you exactly who you are. So don't run from it. Face it. Because under the weight, your true design is revealed. And on that note, it's the Big Pod Swing Session Podcast. I'll see y'all next week.